Hello everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Stella Mutahi, founder of the Warembo Bila makeup rally team. I missed you all guys last week, and I'm happy to be back to share more about myself, about my rallying journey. And today we get to talk about how Warembo Bila makeup came to be. And before I start the video off and we have this talk, remember to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of my videos. All right, guys, let's get on with the story, with our Warembo story, which dates many years back when the Safari Rally, the WRC, what is now known as the World Rally Championship, had one of its events held on here in Kenya. And all of us who grew up around that time, 70s, 80s, 90s there, around that time, everyone knows that the rally cars passed somewhere near your village, near your town, near your hood, and most of us would make arrangements. Either our parents would make arrangements, or your friends or family, and all of you would just get out there and watch the rally cars. Beauty of it was always muddy. Easter time was always muddy. It was always raining. So for me as a young girl, I went out with my parents. But the intrigue of those guys in the car, those cars that were dancing in the mud, to me those cars were dancing in the mud. And I was like, what are those guys doing in there? I mean, what are they turning in there that makes the car slide this way, slide that way? And at times then the speed, what is it that they do to make these guys, the cars fly past? All of us, as I'm saying, passed through that stage. But there's something called passion. And that bug bit me and wouldn't leave me. The passion that one day I would be seated in a rally car. But well, back to school, back to books, life had to continue. Finished school, started work. But that bug, that passion, that thought that I wanted to sit in a rally car never quite left me. And one fine day, just one of those fine days, it happened. I bumped into somebody who was a former navigator. His name is Dave Masharia. He who was a co-driver to Patrick Giro, and I know he rallied with other people during the World Rally Championship before it lost its status in 2002. And I mentioned and I shared with him about the passion I had of wanting to sit in a rally car. And I knew I was in the right hands, because that's somebody who would understand what was it that was really pushing me all these years to want to sit in a rally car. And he asked me, Stella, are you sure? I said, yeah, what's the big deal? I just want to know about it and then I'll get on with it. He said, once you decide to go into rallying, means you'll give up a part of your private life, because you'll get to share a little bit of you with the public. So are you ready to embrace publicity? At that point, publicity was not the biggest issue for me. It was how I would hop into that rally car and get to feel how all those guys over the years had felt, just spinning that car in the mud, the left foot, the braking, the spins and all that. So I didn't care about publicity. All I cared about was what was the process that would let me earn that chance to just sit behind the wheel. Well, what Dave Masharia did was ask me to take 2 weeks quiet time and really think out my decision about wanting to join the rally. Well, 2 weeks was long for me, but not too long to wait out. But Even if he had asked me each and every single day, I would have said what I would still say after the 2 weeks were over. It's a yes, and I still want to sit in the rally car. Eventually, the 2 weeks were over, okay? And I had now to sit and learn what's the first thing that you should know if you want to get a ride in a rally car. Of course, as you all know, a rally car has the driver and the co-driver, or by another name, the navigator. The easiest entry into a rally car is via the navigator's door. Learn the ropes of what does it entail to be a navigator, a co-driver. Why? Because then you don't own a car at that stage. At that stage in your life, probably you haven't bought a car, but you just want to have the ride in the rally car. And first things first, learn how to call the notes, what they call pace notes. One makes these guys drive fast, pretty fast. No, there's a junction here, there's a corner here, there's a jump there, there's a bump here, there's a river crossing, a sand crossing. How do these guys in the car know? And at times maybe you're running in another country. So you leave Kenya, you go to Uganda, but you can still go to the remote areas of Uganda and be able to speed your rally car. That's what we call pace notes, okay? So for over 1 month, every day after work, I would sit and have my class. One of these fine days, I'll take you through the classes now, stage by stage. But I can tell you today, you learn, how to call the different landmarks. Yes, landmarks. The different landmarks. Let's say there is a bump. How do you now call the bump, and how do you coordinate it in your book? Maybe there is a bump, a straight, a river crossing. All those things are not written the way I am, pronouncing them. They are written in shorthand. For those of you who are secretaries, yeah? So you remember shorthand those days? Now there is shorthand for rally drivers, okay? So I learned now what it entails to sit on that side, to call the notes. What are the other duties that a navigator gets to do? Because guess what? You're the timekeeper of the whole rally team. You, the driver, the mechanics, you must be able to coordinate this team, because a rally is ran between timelines. So you must be the one telling your driver, at this hour we should be here. At this time, the mechanics, we should be fixing the car. Anyway, today I'm just going through an overview where I'll come back one day and just be able now to take you step by step through when the rally starts to when the rally ends. Anyway, I did get to learn, but I had no car. Okay. I kept the knowledge with me and said, when the opportunity comes, guess what? It will find me ready. And it did find me one fine day in the oddest of places. So get the knowledge, wait for the opportunity. You never know where it's going to find you. As I continue to give you this very interesting story, remember, hit my subscribe button, turn on the notifications, because I know you won't want to miss the updates of this rally journey and how eventually I got to sit behind the driver's seat. Be right back. So let's get on with the journey. The opportunity came at someone's graduation. Graduation, someone is graduating from university and you turn up. That's the last place you think you'll find someone who's into motorsport, because the topic is about congratulations, you got your PhD, your first class honors, whatever it is. But as I am at the graduation, I have already learned the notes, remember, yeah? I've already learned what it takes to be a co-driver. And we happened to share a table with a group of people who knew Dave Masharia. And so at this point, they know, he's been in the motorsport world, and everybody is asking him questions. And I'm seated there quietly. No one knows I even know these things. And one gentleman, John Muigai, just says, something? I have a rally car, but I don't have a navigator. Just like that. And Dave Macharia tells him, here is your navigator. What? So, me and John Muigai get together after the graduation, and we sit in his rally car and we begin to do some bonding, because a rally car is like a marriage. You need to trust one another. One, that driver is not suicidal, and he has to believe that you two, who's calling the notes, are also not suicidal. So you have one common goal: to finish the rally, and finish the rally first, second, third, in a good position, in a credible position, and bring the car back home safe. So there I was, John Muigai. Now I have a driver. Yeah, you see? Passion, opportunity. I learn, get the opportunity. And now I have someone I can sit with in a rally car. But where is the rally now? Where? Because we are not qualified. Remember, there's so many other processes I'll explain to you, that you have to register, be a member of a motorsports club, you have to have your competition licenses and all that. Before we get all those going, there was a rally happening in Kajiado. And they needed people who called route openers. Route openers are the guys who go ahead of the rally before the rally cars themselves get started. They just go to clear things up, to tidy those little things up, make sure the controllers are in place, make sure that, there are no borders and, interruption from the villagers, so that when the rally cars come past, all is clear. And then, that was quite a moment there. Excited. Finally, I get to call the notes. Yeah. Fast right into, fast left, Max Brow. 1 kilometer. Yay! Now I'm thinking, finally. But let me tell you this. The speed in a rally car, you're never so sure until you get driven. Now I'm like, aren't we going too fast? Do I like this? Do I like the jumps? And isn't the landing a bit too hard? Ouch. But at the end of the whole exercise, that adrenaline rush, it just beat me. I just felt this is what I wanted to do all that time since I was a young girl. That passion finally got actualized, and I knew from then on I wasn't going to drop out of the rally scene. I was stuck, I was hooked, and I knew I wanted it with my whole heart, with my whole mind, with my whole body. Anyway, let me cut the long story short to how the name Warembo Bila Makeup. You're watching my channel, Warembo Bila Makeup, and you're asking yourself, Warembo Bila Makeup? But hey, Stella, you look like you want some makeup today. All right, that's fine. Let's just go back to how the name came to be. That's a story for another day now, why I'm in makeup today. Now I get my first rally in active competition. Forget the other one where we were just route openers, going to scout the routes. Now there's a rally. We have registered, we have since learned with John Muigai all that it needs to get the helmets, to get the rally suits, all the requirements that are, done, the checks that are done before you can join a rally. And one early morning, we were at Kajiado. I remember that was where that rally was staged. And for no particular reason, well, I was the only lady participant as much as I was a co-driver. So it was not lost on some of the officials. Hey, there's only one lady out of all this crowd. Only one lady is participating in this rally. So they requested the media to cover my day, follow up on how this team are going to participate and how they're going to fare in the rally. All right, rally went on well, very dusty rally, and yay, we finished. So we head back for prize giving, and our windows are unwound and the dust crossing in there, and we get to Simba Union Club. Excited, dusty. See you guys know henna. See when you apply henna, how it looks brown and tints the hair, your beards or eyebrows like that. That's how it looked like. And I found one of the crews, KTN, Sadiq Shaban, waiting to interview me. And was like, hey, I would like to have an interview with you. And I was like, you know something? Can I just freshen up? And he said, no. Vile ulivyo, bila makeup, uko mrembo. But that all this time he's telling me vile ulivyo, bila makeup, uko mrembo. I'm still looking for water and how I can, be able to freshen up. And the cameraman zoomed near. And Sadiq repeated his words. Vile ulivyo, bila makeup, uko mrembo. Do you get the how now uko mrembo and Warembo Bila makeup became intertwined one day when I formed the ladies team. I think at least for today I can stop there. You get to understand how Warembo Bila makeup team came to be. It was not a ladies team when the name came up. It was because I had participated in an event where I was the only lady that particular time. Nowadays there are lots of ladies who are in the sport as well. And the journalist wanting to interview me and me wanting to freshen up. Vile ulivyo, bila makeup, uko mrembo. Even for you who's been watching this video of mine, vile ulivyo, bila makeup, uko mrembo. So till next time, when I continue the story of Warembo Bila makeup, I wish you God's blessings. Have a fantastic week ahead. I love you all. Bye bye now.